Hey guys and dolls, and welcome into another video. My name is Jason and today we are going to be talking through NNDM. There's a little bit of news right now that Joe Biden has come out and announced some tax credits for the shortage of semiconductors in the US, and he wants to expand things so that they can come out and get that moving, that ball rolling. And I think that this could affect NNDM in the long term, depending on how NNDM reacts to this announcement and if there is any funding that can go towards this. So I'm going to dive into my computer. But first, before I do, make sure if you haven't, then hit that big red subscribe button below. Join us. I do cover a lot of stocks on this channel. NNDM is in my top 2 holdings. I have been holding it since it was around the $2 to $3 range, and it is one of my highest positions. And make sure to hit that like button if you do find value at any point, so we can get this information to new investors. So let's dive into my computers now and go through some of these articles, and then we'll do a technical chart draw up, and I can tell you what is going on in the markets right now, because there has been a very choppy market. So let's dive into the computer. So up on my screen you guys can see that President Biden signs an executive order to address semiconductor shortage. So with a worldwide shortage causing huge challenges to car production, Biden seeks to increase US production of semiconductors needed to build today's vehicles. So there he is signing this order. He said that he's signing an executive order on Wednesday evening to review the semiconductor supply chain in order to address the current shortage and prevent future supply shocks. The president said that the administration hopes to expand domestic production of semiconductors so the US is less relevant on foreign suppliers. Other goods will also have their supply chains examined as a part of the executive order, including large capacity batteries for electrical vehicles, critical and strategic earth minerals, and pharmaceuticals. And he went on to say that the problem of the global shortage of semiconductors that are crucial in producing computers, electronic devices, and cars has now reached the Oval Office. President Biden last night signed this executive order, launching a 100-day review of the semiconductor supply chain to address this shortage. So that was quite important. I wanted to point out that he had addressed this as 100 days. So it does give, obviously, other companies time to react to this. So NNDM can actually, in fact, finally merger, because you guys know that they have got 1.5 billion right now in cash on their balance sheet, and they are looking to acquire these other companies. Then this could be good. And it's important for NNDM because if we go to their investor presentation, we can actually see from their website that they are able to produce these things in a matter of days versus weeks. They are much stronger than their competitors. Again, if you would like more information on NNDM and what they do, then be sure to check out one of my other videos. I do have an entire playlist of videos dedicated to NNDM, so you can find out more information about them. But you guys know that they have a machine which is called the Dragonfly, and it does have a greater time advantage over a lot of the technology, and they are interrupting a $87 billion market, which is in the 3D printing space, which is why I'm very bullish on them. And they are just getting started in their infancy. They only have about 60 machines right now that are up and running in capacity. So this means that they have a lot of potential to grow moving forward into the future, and along terms of that into their global expansion, which is what they have plans to do. Now, if I come over to this article as well, it does say, Nano Dimensions also says about their semiconductors that automation is endemic in today's economy, and additive manufacturing is just one of the many technologies that are infiltrating manufacturing facilities in all industries. Additive manufacturing systems are saving costs and unleashing design freedom for a broad range of products. These products tend to have lower weight in less complexity, the fabrication processes waste less material, and the overall manufacturing cost for many products are reduced as a result. So that was kind of extending on what I said. And they are saying that as the range of materials available for use in additive manufacturing systems, as well as the diversity of systems themselves, continue to expand, unique semiconductor devices that include exotic materials and unique architecture will become incorporated into 3D printing electronics. So guys, that is really important for NNDM, because that is going to allow them to produce these circuits and these semiconductors much more efficiently and cost effectively. So that is also what they are saying, that additive manufacturing for semiconductor devices provides many of the benefits found in other products. Now, whether this will actually affect the bill right now that President Joe Biden has signed, I really don't have any ideas. Again, this is speculation, but it could help assist them further if they are in fact to be included in this bill, and it is going to help them move forward. So we will have to see what happens there. But either way, this is good news for NNDM, because it means that the technology that they are creating is actually in a shortage right now, which shows us that there will be an influx in supply and demand, which is only going to further push the share price of NNDM as we come out of this pandemic and they get their ball rolling and they get these Dragonfly machines out. And you guys know this is just the start of their technology. They do have, many other different Dragonfly systems that they are working on, so this is only going to increase the capacity moving forward, and I think that this is going to help them in the long run. So that's just something I wanted to bring up to your attention. If we actually do in fact go over into the charts, we can see that NNDM have had a massive pullback from their highs of around $17 to $18, and we are currently sitting at that $10 range. I have drawn up a layer of support here, which was drawn in previously from my other charts, as you guys know, and you can see that we are also about to touch that again for about the third time, and I'm sure this is going to act as a floor. Now, the markets themselves have been very volatile recently, and this is due to inflation and also the bond yields that have been released recently. The figures show that the 10-year Treasury bonds are sitting at about a 1.55%. That means that, guys, if the Treasury bonds are sitting anywhere around 1.5 and above, then usually we do see a small sell-off in stocks, because people don't want that risk of putting their money into stocks when they can put it into a Treasury bond where they know there isn't really any risk associated, but they can immediately get, say, a 1.5% return. So that's why we are seeing choppy markets right now. I do think that this is all temperamental. Everything is being very dramatically dramatized, as the stock market likes to. Again, the stock market can do anything. It can go up, it can go down. I can't predict the future, but I do think that this will level out, and this is a buying opportunity that is presented to us as investors, which is why it's always really important to keep that dry powder on the side. Now, having NNDM in our portfolios anywhere below $10, I always think is going to be a steal for the long run, because I do think that this is going to be a multi-bagger stock moving forward. ARK investors are still extremely bullish on it. They have sold a few shares recently, but I do believe that this is just portfolio rebalancing, and again, this is nothing that concerns me personally. I think that they are going to still continue to hold this as one of their main positions, and once that SpaceX ETF is coming out, I think that we will actually see NNDM be added into that portfolio as well, because it does have aspects of 3D printing which are going to benefit the aerospace industry, and I'll go into that more in depth in a future video. But right now, I'm still very bullish on NNDM. I'm not worried again about all of this noise and this volatility, and I think that we could see a drop around to that $9.50 range, but they did do a direct share offering recently, as you guys know, for over 500 million, which was one of their biggest share offerings, and that was at a price of $12.50. So we are already down past that, so I don't think we are going to see much more noise unless the broader S&P 500 and of course the Nasdaq do have a further sell-off or a drop of 5%. But again, I do think that that would just be a short-term temperamental thing. I'm going to ignore the noise, switch my phone off for a few days if that does, buy the dips, what I need to, and then obviously ignore the rest, and then I'll be looking forward to a bright future as we progress into 2021, because I think that, again, this is just presenting us a buying opportunity. So right now, I think that getting NNDM around that $10 range is an absolute steal. We are even below the 200 on the SMA, which again would indicate to me that we are in fact in a bear market, because we have closed below it, but this is all going to be short term in my opinion. So we'll see what happens moving forward. I'm happy to hold through all of this noise for now. I hope you guys stay safe out there in the market. If you did find any value in this video, then be sure to give this video a like and hit that big red subscribe button if you have made it this far. My name is Jason. I make videos on the stock market every day. I hope you can join us on this journey, because we are smashing it on this channel. I look forward to seeing you back on my channel for some more content soon. Peace.